hartelijk bedankt. That was really hard. Hello guys, Lamb-like here, and yes, I am back to Lamb-like on this channel. I thought it's about time. The name doesn't bother me like it did in the past. I own it. My personality is a bit lamb-like, and now I don't see that as a negative, I see that as a positive. So anyways, in this video I'm going to talk about the Dutch language differences with the German language, because when I was in the Netherlands for my 1-week vacation I took, I definitely noticed there was a lot of words that sounded German, but most of the time when I noticed a word sounded German, it didn't translate the same as a German word. So I don't know if that was just coincidental, but because I'm sure there's lots of similarities, because I know Dutch people are, when I've talked to Dutch people, they've said it's really easy for them to understand German, which is funny. Whenever you ask a German person, they say it's not as easy for them to understand Dutch. So not sure what's going on there, but yeah, I found it very difficult to understand spoken Dutch. I found it easier to understand written Dutch because of my I'm almost B2 in German. So the first word I came upon was when I was walking by the way, we were in Elburg, little village of Elburg, and thank you so much to, I forgot your username name, but you let me know you're from near Elburg, and you said that this area is very popular for German tourists, which is why most of the service people we came into contact with in the restaurants always chose German instead of English when we asked them, what do you prefer? So yeah, thank you for solving that mystery. That's very interesting. I understand why Germans would want to go there. It's so beautiful, so relaxing. The first word I noticed was when we were walking by, so the signs that say like sold or something outside of a building, like the building was for sale or the house was for sale. So if it's sales in the Netherlands, it says, which my ex-boyfriend and I were laughing so hard when we saw that, it says verkocht. And so we were like, it's cooked. That's what it literally looks like to us, because I don't know Dutch, I just know German and English, and yeah. So found that difference very funny, that all the sold houses in the Netherlands or sold buildings are cooked when they sell. So let me know if you're Dutch, like what the history is on that. Like, does this word also mean cooked in any way in Dutch? Is it just like a slang thing? Let me know. Or does it literally just mean sold? That was a good laugh I had. So that's the first difference. The next one is rice. Sorry, that was quite a roll on rice. So yeah, in German that means rice, but I was very surprised that this did not mean rice in Dutch. It means trip. So like, have a nice trip. Haben Sie einen schönen Flug? Or Ausflug? Yeah, in German it's Ausflug for trip, but in Dutch it's Reis. So literally when I was reading this, when I'm thinking of it as German, it says, have a nice rice. Thanks, I'll enjoy my rice. Then the other very funny difference I found was when we were in a parking garage. We were leaving Amsterdam. We did a little trip from Elburg to Amsterdam, which was I think like around an hour drive or 45-minute drive from there. And so we were leaving. We had a really nice day in Amsterdam. It was super beautiful. Way too many people. Do not go on a Sunday. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. Too many people, but it was totally worth it. That was actually my 3rd time going to Amsterdam. So yeah, I did all the sightseeing my first time. So this time I was able to just enjoy the canals and enjoy the little cafes. And I don't smoke, so not that kind of cafe. But anyways, so yeah, the parking garage, when we were leaving, it said there was like a warning sign. And as we were exiting, and all I saw on this warning sign was that it said TOT, which in German that means dead or death, I think. So I'm thinking this is warning of possible death. So I'm like kind of anxious exiting the parking garage, like wondering, what? I'm like, I don't know, I didn't expect this word to be so different in Dutch. So I looked it up later. It just means until, or in German, bis. So yeah, so maybe it says like, make sure you look left and right until this line, or I don't know. So yeah, something very innocent, not warning you of possible approaching death. So yeah, that's funny difference number 3. The 4th one, it isn't really, I don't know if it's funny. It was just kind of like, oh gosh, we could not have this word in English because it's very not politically correct to use this word anymore. It's very impolite to use this word, but it means something very innocent in Dutch. So mini golf, yeah, in English is mini golf. In German, it's miniature golf, maybe? I don't know if that's wrong, but it was like a big sign that said midget golf. And so yeah, midget I guess means mini in Dutch, and midget in English means someone who has dwarfism, so someone who's born short, I guess. So yeah, midget is not a nice word in English. And then slag room in Dutch, which to me just sounded like slag room. When I was trying to guess what that meant on the menus, I had no idea, because of course in English room is just a room. German it's Zimmer, a room. So yeah, I could not guess what it was. And then when I found out, because I ordered hot chocolate, they asked if I wanted, or yeah, they're like, do you want, so it means whipped cream. So yeah, whipped cream. And I searched what slag means, because slag, I think it does sound like we don't, I mean, that's not an English word at all, I don't think, slag. But it does sound like to hit, which whipped is like to whip. And in German, I looked up what slag is, if that exists in German, and I found it means battle. So that's kind of interesting, like all 3 words, whipped cream, whipping in English, battling in German, and oh, to beat, Schlagsahne. Oh yeah, that's right. In German, Schlagsahne is beat cream. So I guess it's not too different, just slightly different. And then room, I guess, means cream, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Like room? I don't know if Dutch is pronounced the same as German, but then there's, like in German, to say no, it's nein. Like formal way to say no would be nein. But I was hearing all over the place, so maybe this was kind of funny, because in German, like the little children will say, or no, I hear the adults saying this, so it's like slang to say like nee, like nee. Oh, it's been like a few months since I've been in Germany now, so I hope I'm saying that right now. No or nay? No is to say hi, so I think it's nay. To say like 9 in a short kind of casual way. But in Dutch, every single person was saying nee, so I was like, all right, they're pretty casual here, but yeah, no, that's actually how you say 9, so like the actual formal way to say no is nee. And then the other thing that a little bit confused me was I noticed in Dutch there's 2 ways to say thank you, because I kept hearing these 2, because I was really proud that the only thing I knew that I could remember that my sister had taught me, oh, kein. Kein is a Dutch word and a German word, but they mean different things. So in German, kein means none, or nothing, and then this means nicht viel. So this Dutch word kein actually means nicht viel, so not much. So that was surprising. Unless that does mean the same thing and I just like looked it up wrong in the dictionary. And her friend, because her friend is Dutch, back when I was studying in London, like 2015, was dankjewel. I hope I'm saying that right. So that's how you say, one way to say thank you in Dutch. So I was all proud I knew that, and then I start hearing another way that the Dutch people were saying thank you, and I was super confused because they're, like when I showed my little COVID thingy when we were going into the restaurants at the time, the waitress was like, bedankt? I think she said bedankt. And to me it sounds like a past tense verb in German. Like gedacht, like to think in German is like gedacht, that's past tense. Ich habe das gedacht. I thought that. But bedankt is like thanks in Dutch. Let me know if you're Dutch, like, is bedankt, is that like a past tense verb? It's just used in present, or is it like you are thanked or something like that? Like a slang way to say thanked? Just without the you are part. As you just saw, I was super confused about how to say thank you, and at the time I didn't prepare. It was a very spontaneous trip to the Netherlands, which is why I didn't study anything, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna look right now on Skillshare for a video on how to say thank you and see if I can get my answer solved. Thank you Skillshare so much for sponsoring this video. I use Skillshare to learn about anything and everything, creative things, and then I just learned from him, this really great teacher, which by the way, the course name is How to Say Please and Thank You in the Dutch Language by Raymond Jansen, but I'm guessing it's Raman Jansen.
Hello and welcome to this short online course where you are going to learn how to say please and thank you in the Dutch language.
If you guys want a whole month of premium free Skillshare, I'll put the link down below. The first 1,000 of you watching will get, a whole month free. It's free to sign up, so link will be down below. There's so many more videos, anything, other languages you want to learn, you'll find it on Skillshare as well. And there's always new premium videos they're putting out every month. So. And if there's a code, I'll also put the code down below too.
How to say please in Dutch? We can use the word alstublieft, right? That's the polite form, alstublieft.
Alstublieft. Alstublieft. Alstublieft.
If you just want to remember one single word to express your thanks, and that you can use in any type of situation, that word would be the same as in English thanks, and that would be bedankt. So in Dutch we would say bedankt, which means thanks. Bedankt is good in almost any situation, and it's a very versatile expression.
So he just answered my question there. Bedankt. Bedankt. So that is why I heard it all over the Netherlands and not just dankjewel.
And then we had the casual form, and that was alsjeblieft, or one of something and then please at the end. For example, een koffie alsjeblieft.
Een something alsjeblieft. Interesting that in Dutch the A is pronounced een, and in German it's pronounced ein, so similar but different.
Dank je, dank je. And dank je means thank you.
Dank je, dank je.
There are two forms of the singular you, and that is je, and we saw that before, right? Dank je. And we also have u. So Dutch society isn't especially formal, so you don't have to be overly polite in shops, restaurants and similar environments.
Dank u, dank u, dank u.
To show that you are very appreciative of something and that you are thankful, we have a few options in Dutch. And first of all, you can say something that means the same as thanks a lot. And in Dutch that is dank je wel.
Dank je wel. Dank je wel.
And dank u wel also means thank you, but that's for a person in a formal position.
Dank u wel. Dank u wel. Dank u wel.
If you want to give someone a thoughtful thanks because someone has been very kind and or helpful, you can say hartelijk bedankt. And the translation of this would be a heartfelt thanks.
Hartelijk bedankt. Hartelijk bedankt. Let me know if I'm saying that okay. That was really hard. I thought this was like the hardest Dutch word to pronounce. So maybe in the future I can make a trying to pronounce hard Dutch words. Cause wow. This, like when I hear Dutch, the thing that makes me really think of Dutch is that throat noise, which is much harder sounding than the German one to my ears. So.
How to say you're welcome in Dutch. So the Dutch equivalent to you're welcome has a bit of a different meaning, and it means no thanks necessary. So in Dutch we would say geen dank. The phrase is used much less than its English version, you have to remember that. So people say geen dank, like you're welcome or no thanks necessary, but it's not that often as in English, but it's a common expression.
This one was also really hard for me to like hear. It's like a very soft throat noise, this one. Geen dank. Geen dank. So very interesting that not everyone says you're welcome. Just like in German, I was really surprised that you're welcome, which is bitteschön, can also mean here you go. So like, yeah, that's confused me when the cashier would say bitteschön first before I could say dankeschön, because I originally thought it only meant you're welcome. Yeah, so let me know how I did. How was my Dutch pronunciation? Did I sound German? Or did I sound like an American trying to say Dutch words? Yeah, so thanks Skillshare. If I'm forgetting any that you know of, leave a comment down below. I love to learn these. So sorry I don't have a list of the things that are the same, because that's probably going to be a much longer list. I just didn't really pay attention to the things that were the same. Yeah, let me know what are the ones that are like the most common same German Dutch words down below.